Okay. Thank you so much for being patient. And let's start the session now. Okay. So once again, very good evening, everyone. And also, dear jury members, thank you for joining us on this Saturday evening. And my name is Aditya, and it's a pleasure to be your host for the next couple of hours. So, the Institute of Product Leadership proudly welcomes you all for the Skillathon uh, that is go to market today that we have by the cohort of the Product Management Certificate Program. Our participants will demonstrate or they present their innovative solutions, and our esteemed juries going to evaluate them on the parameters which is given to them. Okay, as a Skillathon goes, it promises to be an evening filled with excitement, challenges, and skill demonstration. This is an event where the top shortlisted participants from the cohort present their hands-on experience, hands-on project and portfolio towards assurance of skills to demonstrate competitive analysis, GTM strategy, marketing strategy, demand generation, and many more. Before we get started, I would like to thank audience and juries for joining us today. And today's session is going to be a great learning takeaway for all of us. The cohort will walk the talk of IPL mantra, learning by doing. And the audience will not just witness it live, but they also have a chance to vote. Now, we will get to that in a bit. Let me begin the session by giving you an insight on what Skillathon is. Okay, so Skillathon is an event where the top performing learners demonstrate their understanding of a skill and applicate the same in the context of the real world product idea as a part of their learning journey to the industry expert and other learners. At IPL, we have replaced examinations with Skillathon and studying by learning by doing. The Institute strongly believes that the real test of skills is in demonstrating the idea to the live audience and industry experts. Before we go further, I want to give you a small glimpse on what product management certification program is. It's a globally recognized program with assurance of skills and knowledge, focus on transition and acceleration through learning by doing. Now it's time to introduce our juries. Today we have prolific jury of 2 members of the leading industry practitioners. Welcome to Vinita, the senior product manager at Cash Free Payments. Welcome, ma'am. You can take a moment and you can use the 30 seconds and you can introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
I'm working with a fintech company. I handle their product marketing. I handle mainly the cross-border marketing, and I come with the experience of about 11 years. And I'm happy to connect with everyone and happy to kind of walk through what all of you have put together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Once again, a very warm welcome to you. And over to Vivek sir. Vivek sir, by the way, Vivek sir is a senior director at Oracle. And a couple of words from you as well, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, coming back to the institute all over again. I think it's my first interaction with the institute was 2015. That's when I actually was not a judge but a student myself for the institute. So it's been a past. So uh, just to talk about myself, right now I lead a global center of excellence for CX marketing products at Oracle. I have overall 21 years of experience. I've done sales, product marketing, product operations, and now I'm doing the go-to-markets. It's been a fantastic journey. You guys can reach out to me anytime you want. I'm on LinkedIn. Find me. I've cornered the corner plot. So just do a Vivek Sonkla search. I'm there. Yeah. Looking forward to engage with you guys.
Sure, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you, and thank you both the juries for being here for today's Skillathon. And here we have a guidelines. It will be a 10 minutes presentation from each team, followed by 3 to 5 minutes of feedback from the juries. And I'll give a heads up in the 7th minute for the participants. And the 10th minute will be a hard stop. Okay. Now, juries will be casting a vote on the scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Juries can use the rubrics to evaluate on the given parameters. The scores will be announced aloud. Okay. Once the
Sure.
presentation, once the presentation is done, audience, please keep your phones ready. We'll be having a QR code on the screen which you can scan and cast your votes. Okay. So we have the first presenter of the day. That is Ramya, Prerana, and Pratyusha.
Sure. Thanks, Aditya.
You can take the spot now. You can share your screen. By the way, who is sharing the screen?
It didn't allow me to share. It's asking for
Correct. Who is
multiple things.
sharing? Is it Ramya?
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
no, no. Okay.
Huh?
Ramya is sharing the
Yeah,
screen.
now I'm sharing. Yes, I am. Yeah, I will be sharing.
Okay. Let me give you the access. Okay. You should be able to share your screen now.
Okay. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Huh?
Uh, I'm going to start the timer now. Okay.
Should we introduce ourselves first and will you
Sure,
start
sure,
the
sure.
timer? Sure.
Once
Okay.
once you are ready, I'll start with the timer.
Sure.
Okay. You can
Hi,
introduce.
hi everyone. Good afternoon. Before I start with the presentation, I'd like to introduce my team. I'm Ramya. I work as a staff QA engineer in ServiceNow and I own quality for our products. I help the team in building a solid and reliable products by leading the testing and automation efforts in ServiceNow. I work closely with the dev and the product teams to keep things running smoothly and deliver great software. Over to Prerna for her introduction.
Hello everyone, my name is Prerna Patel and I currently work as an associate product manager working on different digital platform with the Citadel company. Over to Pratyusha.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm Pratyusha Rao. I'm with Oracle India. I'm working in the higher education student product, and I'm a principal application developer and an aspiring PM. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah, you can start the timer, Aditya.
Okay. I had already started the timer.
Oh, okay. Okay, no
Okay.
worries. Yeah. So we are team Lupin Ladder, Ramya, Pratyusha, and Prerna, and we are here to present the GTM strategy for our product. I want to ask you all something. How many times have you bought something labeled as eco-friendly and wondered if you are actually making a difference? We live in a paradox. 25 to 30 million Indian urban households want sustainable products, but they're drowning in greenwashing. Brands making vague claims, hidden supply chains, and zero proof that they are actually helping local farmers or the planet. Let's look at Rohan's story. Meet Rohan. He is a conscious urban professional living in Bangalore. Rohan wants to make sustainable choices, but he finds online green shopping overwhelming. He's frustrated by vague claims of eco friendly products on many popular sites. He feels uncertain about which brands truly deliver on their promises. He worries that beneath the marketing, many products may not be genuinely sustainable or even exploit local artisans without a fair compensation. First, there is overwhelming choice but zero clarity. Consumers see natural, organic, sustainable everywhere, but which brands truly deliver on their promises? Which ones actually pay fair wages to small farmers? Second, there is deep distrust and people worry. Are harmful chemicals hiding behind these fancy labels? Am I supporting unfair trade practices? Is my money actually making environmental impact? Third, there is a transparency gap. No mainstream platform actually verifies environmental impact or supply chain fairness. An honest conversation that is missing everywhere. The result, conscious consumers are left guessing, and that's totally unacceptable. That is a problem we are solving. Welcome to Loop and Ladder. Real farms, real families, real impact. Loop and Ladder changes this. We are building the only platform that puts trust and authenticity at its core. Here is what makes us different. Authentic impact verified products. Every single product on Loop and Ladder is verified for real environmental and social impact. No buzzwords, real proof. Verified supply chain transparency. We show you the journey from farmer to your home. Our behind the back tracker lets you exactly see how who grew your vegetables, under what conditions, with what impact. Deep trust is our core differentiator. While competitors focus on convenience on certification, we focus on connection. We are building a community where every transaction strengthens trust. Accessibility without compromise. Yes, we are eco friendly, but we are not elitist. We use smart pricing, bundles, and loyalty programs to make verified sustainable products accessible to middle class households earning 8 to 12 LPA, not just the ultra wealthy. We are solving the problem at its root: verification, transparency, and authenticity. This is the market analysis that we did. And let's talk about the price. The sustainable e-commerce market in India is $3 to $4 billion and it's growing fast. Our addressable market, 500 to 800 million across urban metros and tier 1 cities. That's 25 to 30 million households. Here's the beauty. We are not trying to capture all of it. Our realistic target is 10 to 25 million dollars in annual revenue in the next 2 3 years. That's just 2 to 5% of our addressable market. We are focused on two personas. The conscious urban professional who is aged 25 to 35, earns 8 to 12 LPA, values sustainability, confused by greenwashing, active on Instagram and WhatsApp communities. The eco mom, 30 to 40 years in age, working mother or a homemaker, prioritizes family wellness, wants toxin-free products, active in parenting groups and Facebook communities. Both are early adopters and both have disposable income and both are frustrated with the existing options. We looked at our direct competitors, Organic India, 24 Mantra, Down to Earth. They are strong, but they have real weaknesses: supplement focused, not fresh produce. Traditional marketing, no community engagement. Premium pricing, limited accessibility. And indirect competitors like Big Basket and Blinkit, they excel at speed and convenience, but sustainability isn't their core mission. Here is our edge. While they compete on price or speed, we compete on trust and authenticity. We show the story behind every product. We don't just sell groceries, we sell impact and connection. That's the positioning that resonates deeply with conscious consumers and it's hard to copy. Over to Prerna for the GTM strategy.
Yes, our GTM strategy is built around four core pillars: building trust, educating consumers, driving loyalty, maximizing ROI through high impact, low cost tactics. We want to position Loop and Ladder as India's most transparent and authentic platform where every product comes with verified impact, farmer stories, and clear sustainability insight. Next, the 5 P's of our GTM. First, the product. We offer verified impact essentials. Our behind the back impact tracker and Eco Points loyalty program differentiates us in a crowded market. Second, price. A value based premium pricing supported by small bundles like zero waste starter kit and tiered discount for repeat buyers. Third, place. We operate through an omni-channel presence, website, ONDC, Instagram, WhatsApp, and offline e-corners at kiranas, cafes, and farmer markets. Fourth, promotion. We focus on education led marketing, the 30-day swap challenge, weekly green habit series, Google and Meta retargeting, and our Loop Crew referral program. Fifth, people, certified eco advisors, on ground promoters, and community ambassadors amplify credibility and local reach. Next, our RTM combines direct digital channel with a strong partner network. Direct channel includes our D2C website, WhatsApp, Instagram, and also we extend our reach via an established platform like Amazon, Big Basket, etc. Partner channels expand reach through kiranas, e-corners, zero waste cafes, organic stores, or hyperlocal 30-minute delivery. Every fulfillment is supported by Delivery Green, Ecom Express, and micro fulfillment eco hubs. Going to next, demand generation. Our demand engine uses 7 layers. Pre- Premium style offers, referral program, educational webinars, content driven trust, partnership with NGOs, SME chambers, and localized PPC across Google, Facebook, and Instagram. This ensures awareness, which leads to trial, which leads to conversion, and which leads to repeat purchase. Going next to content and SEO. To grow organically, we position ourselves as educators. Our content pillars include Green Habit series, farmer stories, eco made simple guides, and sustainability comparison. Our SEO strategy keywords targets high intent keywords like organic, groceries, online, etc., supported by blog, reels, YouTube shorts, WhatsApp broadcast, and email newsletters. We publish around 3 to 4 blogs monthly and interlink content to product pages. Our target is 30 to 40% organic traffic growth, the top 10 ranking for 25 keywords, and strong engagement across all the channels. Over to Pratyusha.
Thanks, Prerna. So we are for the paid marketing, looking at what Prerna said, considering consideration campaigns, awareness campaigns, influencers, social media, content marketing, all of it as listed. As we move ahead, we boost organic visibility by targeting the high intent sustainability keywords.
You
Let's
have
look at the success metrics.
you have 2 more minutes.
Thank you. We want to keep the CAC as we can see, we'd like to keep the CAC at a minimum, and we would like to achieve 30 to 40% repeat purchases, achieving 10% subscription penetration as shown below. Moving on to the budget allocation. Our budget allocation is 98.4 lakhs for a year, is based on simple inputs as we can see: 50,000 buyers, 150 sellers, 12% commission, and mainly aiming at 5% churn, covering marketing, tech, staff, and operations for the first year. This in turn results in good GMB potential, and the intention is to prioritize acquisition, trust, and liquidity, and not early profits. Moving ahead. Yeah, this is our ARR budgetary projection, as I mentioned. And our key channels, we grow through 4 key channels: D2C via our website, app, WhatsApp, and social commerce. Major marketplaces like Amazon, Big Basket, Blinkit, ONDC for hyper local reach. Offline touch points through micro fulfillment, kirana and cafe partnerships, and pop-ups. B2B through CSR, hospitality, and retail co-stocking. So moving on to the phased rollout map. As we can see, we would like to initially look into building the platform, onboard sellers, and run a soft launch in the first 3 months. In the subsequent months, we look at scaling buyers, grow sellers, enhance the product. Finally, moving on to accelerate with aggressive marketing, premium services. And in the last 2 months, that is month 10 to 12, consolidate, scale revenue, drive the retention, optimize tech, and plan the future steps. Moving ahead. Let's look at the content asset for Loop and Ladder.
Yeah, this is the print ad, and there is a small explainer video. Can I play this, Aditya, or
Will you be able to play
I'll
this
just
within
play
30
it.
seconds?
In a
Yeah.
world where every choice matters, meet Loop and Larder, India's first e-commerce platform where every purchase makes a real difference. From farm-fresh organic produce to planet-positive personal care, every product is 100% verified for its environmental impact. You can see exactly how much good your purchase does, because transparency matters. With every order, we plant a tree. We support local farmers. We cut plastic waste. Join the movement today at loopandlarder.com.
There's a sample
Thank
blog post. Yeah, we are done, Aditya.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Team One. And we will get the feedback from the juries. And let's start with Vinita ma'am. Your questions and feedback, please. Okay, we will go with Vivek sir.
No, I think Vinita was on mute. She just unmuted herself.
Is it?
Let her finish. Yeah.
Connectivity error. I think it was wonderfully put together. I have a couple of things to ask you though. You were talking about how you wanted to kind of work on the go-to market. I mean, you want to build your app and the accessibility in the first 3 months, right? How would you want to kind of bring in your first 100 consumers? Or are you looking to bring it after the 3 months?
Yeah, the first 3 months would be a soft launch phase where we are trying to actually onboard some consumers. So initially, we are planning to do some freemium offers like giving products for free or some doing some promos. So initially for the first phase, for the consideration phase, we are planning to do a not onboard consumers, but not actually making them pay, at least for the first part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But for you to kind of, bring in the few consumers to begin, you would have to build some degree of product visibility, right? Would you be able to kind of walk me through what are the actions you'd be kind of picking up?
Yeah, we are planning to do some campaigns. Pratyusha, raise your hand. Do you want to talk? You want to add something?
Thanks. Thanks, Ramya. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. Thanks, Vanita. One of the things I'd just like to add with Ramya, we would want to only target a specific locality. When we say locality, we say a specific area, say in Bangalore, a specific location, to get the first initial customers in the initial phases. So that would bring some visibility to us in terms of how many customers we'll be getting and how things are going to look for a larger spectrum. That was the idea. I just wanted to add to Ramya on that.
Absolutely. I think which answers what I was looking to. I have one other thing to ask though. You spoke about how you want to position the product, right? What do you think in your audience, in your ICP, the 2 ICPs you have spoken about, what is that one problem which will make your messaging stick with the ICPs?
Yes, as we already highlighted, ma'am, so the utmost concern among the customers who we interviewed is the trust and the authenticity part. So there are a lot of organic products in the market, and people are confused on whether they are really organic, especially with a lot of Instagram reels and YouTube videos and articles coming saying that the products were labeled organic. For example, there was a brown sugar marketed as organic sugar, and people bought that, and when they washed it, they could see the brown color actually coming out of the sugar. So the major concerns are about the authenticity and the trust, and the products are really organic, and that will be our unique value proposition, where for each and every product that we sell on the platform, we do a verification from our side, a genuine verification, and the certification part will be taken care by us, and we plan to hire third party third-party vendors who can come and actually do the certifications for the product. And each product will have a behind-the-back tracker, which will tell you the complete end-to-end life cycle of that product, where it was grown and who is the farmer and what is their daily produce and all the details. So transparency, authenticity, and trust are our major motto for Lupin Ladder.
Sure. All right. That ends. Which is all I had to ask.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll move to Vivek sir then.
Great presentation, guys. Thank you. Great idea. I've just two basic questions right now in my head. One is, what are you guys planning to do to stand out on my mobile device? My mobile device on an average has 35 to 40 apps, maybe more. What is your plan there?
So for the initial consideration stage, sir, we are planning to do a lot of campaigns which would involve webinars or engaging with the influencers, eco influencers who are mostly doing videos and reels on Instagram on these topics. We are planning to collaborate with them and try to bring out videos which would give a kind of a introduction of our product, and that the reach, so that our reach will increase more. So that will be the initial campaign that we are planning to do, collaborating with them. And we also plan to build community. So if you saw in our slides, that is also one of our major strategy, GTM strategy, where we are planning to actually build the communities, and we are planning to do research from our side and publish research papers online on these topics of sustainability and organic produce. Pratyusha, you want to add something?
Thanks, Ramya. I would like to add that in continuation with what I said to Jury Vanita, when we are looking at one locality and how we'd want to stand out on the mobile, for example, we target a township, say like a Shobha or a Purva, or where we have a lot of buyers who are interested in the quality of produce or quality of for example, vegetables that they'd like to consume. So with the word of mouth and that kind of a learning and that kind of an exposure which comes across these people, we intend to stand out amongst the rest, the goodwill that will flow with my product. I mean, we have plenty apps, and
Understand.
yeah,
Exactly.
if we want to stand out, there has to be some goodwill factor to us, something
Uh-huh.
something special.
Okay.
So that comes out only when it's like one aspect is like a word of mouth. So you have all other channels, but if someone would tell me and it's tried in my apartment, and I just quickly get an access to it, I tend to download it, I tend to and then I'd send it to someone else living elsewhere. So these are also the hubs or locations where we want to target and grow, because that's where we see that we have a huge potential. uh, Judy,
Okay.
Vivek.
Okay, that helps. Second question. This whole educating your customers is a long lead cycle activity, right? Which is, you have to start at least 1 quarter, at least to say 6 months in advance. And then you can actually, when you are able to convince your customer that this brand who's been educating me for so long can be trusted, how long do you want the brand cycle, this education cycle to be? And on top of that, next question, how do you plan to make that money available for these activities?
Uh, as I already told, the first 3 months, 1 to 3 months will be a soft launch where we are not expecting any customers to actually spend money and buy something. So that will be like a promo period for us, where we are trying to onboard sellers and onboard buyers through all these educational campaigns and awareness campaigns, influencer collaborations, so that they actually know about our product. That is the first phase. uh, so, sir, when you said how are you planning to get the money, are we talking about the funding
Yeah,
here?
kind of funding. And my follow-up question, or not a question, but a challenge to that is, if you have an app sitting on a customer's mobile for 3 months where he's not interacting at all, the only thing he's doing is getting information. Uh,
There would be
what is the sticking
community.
point? How do
Yeah,
I
there
how do
would
I make how do you guys plan to make sure that customer sticks?
Yeah, there would be a community added, and people can interact with them over the app. So there would be a lot of users who would already enroll, and people can discuss with each other. So there are and also there are eco influencers and the CEO of the product itself who is on the community, and we can answer all their questions. And we would also host some webinars. Plan to host webinars around these topics, and people can join them and have an interaction session with the person who is actually delivering the webinar. So it won't be an idle one, but there would be interactions happening until the actual launch of the product will happen.
Right.
Yeah, adding to that, we also have like some eco points reward and everything given to our customers. And there is also 30-day swap challenge, weekly green habit series, or something that we can keep going to keep our customers engaged, right?
Okay, understand. Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
So yeah, regarding the funding part, sir, so
Yeah.
we are yet to figure out for
Oh
the
yeah, I
funding.
understand. I
We
understand.
just have the
Because
prototype and the idea.
if you are running this much promotional activity before launch, I
Yeah.
mean, you need money. That's it.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Vivek,
Thank
just to
you.
Yeah.
add to the budgetary point, I think the rest two were covered by Ramya and Prerna. Just to add to the budgetary, we need to assign a budget, and I completely take that
Okay.
feedback. We are still not there yet, but we'll have to allocate something. And also, when we say that we have to educate our customers, not everybody would have the patience to listen, to a lot of things or try to find out. So we've got to make that quick and, catchy so that we move fast on it.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you
Right.
so much, Vivek.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
much, Vinita. Yeah.
Your scores for team one, sir?
Okay. So we are rating out of 5 or rating out of 10?
Yes, five out of five.
5. Okay. My score will be like 3.5.
Okay. And Vinita ma'am, your scores, please.
I think I'm aligned. I'll also go with 9.5, please.
Okay. Thank you so much. And now it's time for our audience to share their voting. So you have 20 seconds. Please scan this QR code on your cell phone and vote for team one.
Aditya, sorry, I don't see any polls in that link that you shared. If I click on the QR code.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no poll actually.
Okay. Can you please try now? You're able to access?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's time to see the scoring for the team. Okay. Thank you so much, team one and audience as well. Now moving to team 2, that is Syed and Nitesh.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is Sayed here. I'm along with my teammate Nitesh.
So you will be sharing your screen now?
Uh,
I'll be doing it, I think.
yeah, Nitesh will be sharing
Nitesh.
the screen here.
Okay.
Okay, Nitesh, you're sharing your screen?
Just a second.
Yes. Now you can share your screen.
Just a second. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just give me a minute. Is it okay?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Nitesh. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And your
once again,
time starts now?
yeah, once again, good evening, everyone. This is Sayed here. I'm along with my colleague, friend Nitesh here. So we are here to talk about our product, Eco Farmer. So we live in a world where we can track a pizza delivery in real time, yet we have no idea where our vegetables were grown or who grew them. We are not here to pitch a gardening app. We are here to introduce an operating system with a starting budget of 20 lakhs seeded fund, and then yeah, India's urban centers are sitting on millions of acres of unmonetized vertical real estate rooftops and balconies. The market is growing at 15 to 20%, but the grid is offline. Eco Farmer is a digital layer that brings this capacity online. We combine a utility with a marketplace to monetize the harvest. We are turning cost centers into product units. Right? Can you go back to the next slide? So yeah, why hasn't this happened yet? Because the current loop is broken. You know, look at the you know uh, center. I mean, let's have that thought, right? So we have enthusiasm. We lack integrated tools. Today, if a user grows a crop successfully, they face a dead end waste. Right? They have 5 kg of tomatoes grown, but their families they need 1 kg. And what about the rest? Right? If it is self-grown, right? So Eco Farmer closes this loop. We provide the agronomy intelligence to ensure they succeed and the commercial infrastructure to ensure they profit. We don't just stop at sustainability, we enable economic sustainability. When we look at this, market, I think probably need to, yeah. So can you please go to the next slide? Yeah, we already spoke about it, right? So yeah, the market analysis when we talk about it, right? So we don't just see gardeners, right, as gardeners. We see underutilized asset classes. So millions of households in metro cities possess the three things needed for agriculture: space, sunlight, and water. So currently, the ROI on these assets is zero, right? We all agree with that. With the wellness economy driving a 15 to 20% growth in demand for chemical-free food, our platform acts as the bridge. We are not trying to manufacture demand. We are simply channeling it to the nearest available supply source. Right? So the competitive analysis, right, which we have to look at it, right? So if you see the landscape is crowded, but no one owns the trust layer. Traditional nurseries operate in the dark ages, offline, unorganized. Amazon and Big Basket, right, operate on industrial logistics. They are efficient, no doubt, but they are impersonal. Eco Farmer occupies the white space in the middle. We are the only ecosystem that offers end-to-end life cycle management. We don't just deliver a seed, we guide the germination, track the growth, and facilitate the sale. We are building a data moat that a pure e-commerce player cannot replicate, right? If you just go to buyer personas, please. Yeah. So yeah, our platform transforms individuals into nodes in a distributed supply chain, right? So connected dots, right? So for example, we have three personas, right? Priya, she's a retention node, right? A software engineer using our journal to de-stress. She generates the data that trains our AI, right? And then Rajesh, he's a middle node, right? Isn't just a hobbyist, he's a micro entrepreneur, right? He turns his 1000 square feet of terrace into revenue. Similarly, our next Anika, she is the demand node. She buys from Rajesh because our platform proves his produce was harvested 20 minutes ago, not 2 days ago, right? We monetize the trust that flows between them, right? If we just look at the SWOT analysis, can you just go back to the short analysis? So yeah, thanks. So to build this vision, we must be pragmatic about the risks. We acknowledge the weakness listed here, the chicken and egg challenge. A marketplace needs liquidity. This is why our opportunity lies in a strategic partnerships. We are not launching into a void. We are launching into residential welfare associations. By activating density clusters, we force the supply and demand to meet within the same gated community. Right? We use our strength, data-driven first mover advantage to secure the network effects before the giants wake up. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, over to you, Nitesh.
Thank you, Sayed. Thank you, everyone. So now when we talk about our GTM strategy, the first thing which is very important is for an eco farmer, it involves understanding of the market along with the positioning and what customers are we targeting. So the number one point which will be our target market and positioning. We must make sure because today we all are health focused. We all need a good food good food, good quality foods. So we need to make sure what would be our target market as described in previous slides about our personas. We have three different target slides. Again, we'll go to product and pricing strategy. We'll highlight organic. We know what foods will be produced, and will have to be competitive in the market so that it helps us. Sales and distribution channel will be mainly about farmers, CSAs. It could be direct, it could be indirect, depends on cities to city.
You
When
have
we talk,
you have 3 more minutes, Nitesh.
okay. When we talk about promotion and digital marketing, it depends on what strategy. Suppose we are using black linking strategy or digital marketing or email marketing or how promotion we are doing about our product. So by implementing, we will make sure about before our launch what would be our key matrix to launch. We'll test the market depending on the locality. We'll track it and gradually scale from city to city. Just a second. Yeah. So our key tactic plan would be social media storytelling, which would help us to benefit trust. It could be by Instagram, Facebook, any Instagram. It would be loyalty programs, events, uh, blog content, influencer marketing. About RTMs, it could be direct sales marketplace. We could be collaborating with the local farms or persons those who have higher space in their home. Sales initiative programs would be for farms mainly because we don't want them to lose more money or we don't want them to waste their products and vegetables. Channel classification would be direct, indirect. Product distribution generally depends on locality. We'll create an hub for transportations and distributor partnerships. So for demand generation, what we have mainly done is field trials and demo plots. Here we would mainly go to the farms and see what exactly, what type of content, what type of food it is getting wasted and how we can help them. partners and dealers program. All these topics I've already told in the previous slide. It's just that how are we gonna go through our product in the market. Sales enablement plan. So for us, it is very important to for information and content in the market. We need to make sure we have a proper training and guidance for all our onboarded customers as well as our channels partners. We need to use proper tools. We need to make sure we have our proper examples and references set in within us so that it helps us to get our plan correctly in the market. So when we talk about strategies, these are the different strategies we'll be working on. It would be SEOs, it would be email marketing strategies, it would be backlinking strategies, which will help us. It would be a social media strategy through three different channels. It would be digital marketing. Uh, uh,
These are our budgets basically which
Budget
we
plans.
allocated. Yeah, budget
So
plans.
as told, we'll have 20 lakhs as the initial budget. So this is how we have decided to just differentiate it between us, between different things. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, team. So we will get back to the juries and let's go to their feedback. Vinita ma'am, over to you. Your questions and feedback, please.
Sure. Can I begin with asking you about, how do you plan on your consumer, your ICP, going through the adoption? What are your adoption success matrices? And also, how are you planning to enable that?
Okay, I'll take it. So thank you so much, ma'am. So what are we planning is prior to our launch, once we are launching, we'll target a specific segment, maybe in South, maybe in Bangalore or Hyderabad. We'll try a proper segment. We'll try to locate customers in a proper society, those who have higher space and those who are wanting to grow their own food in their space. So we'll try to tackle them first, understand the problem. If we can go through it, we'll move ahead with different society by society by societies.
So basically we gonna use this hyper local density strategy, right? So uh, we will go like what we call, right, time to cluster activation kind of. So we will go to RWS, right? We'll look, we will have some events, some social advertisements, some sponsored or like loyalty programs, right? Those things will help us to enable this matrices, the strategy.
Okay. Again, I would have to come back and ask you, what are you measuring in terms of adoption?
Like matrices you're talking about?
Yeah.
So for us, the primary metrics that we are gonna take is the North Star metric that we have
Yeah,
decided.
yeah.
So it will help us to measure engagement and retention ratios also. It will align our cross-functional teams also. So along with it will help us to for our revenue growth. It will prioritize resource allocations also. So that is with the metrics we are going to follow for our product.
And
Okay.
along with that, we will have that Google Analytics KPIs for Ecoform, like sessions and
Yeah.
users, bounce rate, average session duration, average session,
And
like yeah, goal
and
completions.
also to
Yeah.
support the North Star matrix, we'll go with CAC, CLV, churn rates, NPS, so that it will help us to get exact data that it want from the market, the exact customer base that we want from the market.
Sales conversion rate.
Okay. So you also spoke about, how you wanted to kind of show your product at events. What is that metric you're looking to align through events?
Customer acquisition cost, leads generated out of that events,
Okay.
and promotion effectiveness.
Okay. Can you give
And
an example of an event which will, any one event which will help you achieve?
for example, leads generated that we can consider, right? So let's say we conducted one event, right? Out of that event, how many actually conversion rate happened. So let's say we conducted in a society, in a large society, in a, for example, in Hyderabad, I'm just taking an example, right? So we conducted in my homes. It has a 5,000 apartments in a society, right? And then we post that event, how much, what is the conversion rate, what is actually converted into actual sales, how much revenue we could manage to generate out of that event, and how much was our cost, right? And in order to gain, so we will go cost economics, right? What was our actual spend, and per head, what is the rate we are getting, right? So this is how we're going to measure the entire effectiveness of that particular event.
Understood. I just have one final thing to ask you. Um, what kind of consumer, say, who all in your ICP or what segment of your ICP will you connect with to arrive at the requirement for your product? If you, and my, like the second thing in order is how will you arrive at it, right? How will you arrive at what is that one problem you are fixing for an ICP?
See, let's consider one example, right? So let's say a software, like very common, right? In urban lifestyle, let's say a senior software engineer, right? Staying some uh, like they're staying some apartment in a society, right? So they're basically, for them, it's a kind of creative stress relieving thing. For the gardening, right? Gardening is nothing, their hobby, it is not a hobby for them, but it's a kind of stress releasing exercise to do them some creative work, right? All those things. So but they are in the same time, they need something. Since they are very health conscious, and they're looking for some sustainable and data driven approach to have that gardening solutions, right? So for example, they want to grow some organic herbs, some vegetable in their small balconies, right? And also it should give them a visually stunning and uh, productive space, right? So they don't want to mess up that space as well. And again, whatever they are growing, so they want it to be 100% chemical free, uh, that technique which they are using, right? But what is that stopping them to do all this? Because like they don't know when the plants will die, right? And what will happen post their lot of efforts, whether they would be able to do proper watering, which what are those compost, and what are those chemical or non-chemical, since they want to go non-chemical. They don't know how they will maintain their plants looking aesthetically beautiful, generating foods, chemical free foods, right? So and if it dies, it will be a guilt for them as well, right? We tried a lot and it is not even happening, and the plants are dying. So that's where we come and help, right? We help them with the smart gardening coach to eliminate their guesswork, right? Give them a pathway, give them a step one, step two, step three pathways. So it is all data driven, it is all experience based, right? So it will give them a digital journal to make their things automated, multiple reminders, and then best practices, solutions, right? And also a marketplace as well. For example, if they have grown, for a week they need only 1 kg of, as I give an example, right, 1 kg of tomato, but now they have grown 5 kgs. What they will do out of those 4 kgs? So it is a great opportunity for them to sell as well. So this is just one segment. I gave an example of one segment who's basically working in corporates, and they want to do this as just as as a hobby or as a time pass activity, creative stress relieving activity.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Sure. I think which is it.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now moving to Vivek, sir.
All right.
Over to you.
Nice work, guys.
Thank
I
you.
have a generic comment, and it's, is there something special that everybody seems to be focusing on the eco farming? is it a real world problem for everyone these days in Bangalore? Is it something that's happening? Let me know.
It's not about
Seems
just a
almost
problem.
similar problems you're trying to solve, right?
Yeah, it's
It's
not
that
only
big a deal
problem
right
for
now.
Bangalore. It's I think across all the metropolitan
Metro
cities.
cities.
Mhm. Okay, understand. So, I've got two questions, right? Uh, for your kind of go-to-market that you've created, what does success look like to you, and what does it mean for you? Is it just getting the application on my mobile? That's one. Because I see right now there are too many open ends, which is you're trying to solve too many problems,
Yeah.
right? You're trying to solve something for a farmer who is not a farmer, who is probably doing a is a not a habitual farmer but a habitual farmer, right? uh, and the other thing is, yeah, what is the end goal of your? So I'll club both these questions together. What is the end goal of your go to market? Second is, how will you call your GTM a success? What will success look like for you guys?
I'll take the first one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, when we talk about what will we get out of it, or how will the success look to us for us? So, if you take my example, I grow food for my family at my home. Almost every vegetables at my backyard. Okay. So for me, what is important currently is I'm having a very chemical free food. I know it won't hamper my life. It won't hamper my health. It is good for me. Similarly, there are people in the society, those who want it. Now, for us, GTM strategy, when I talk about it, we have kept it phase wise, phase one, phase two, phase three. When we talk about the hobbyist farmers that you just mentioned, we'll go stage. We won't target each and every segment at once. We'll go sub. We are targeting first of all a society-based hobbyist farmers. Once that is converted, we'll move to other stage. Because if we target all stage at one thing, uh, it will be too much chaos for us also to handle. I totally agree on that. So we'll be taking one step at a time. We'll targeting one specific segment at a time. So that once we know for this segment, these were the problems that we came. So we'll make sure for the next phase, we won't be having same problem created for us. So it will be on an improving phase. So that is, and also when the GTM strategy goes on actual work, we know from time to time we have to change it, we have to modify it according to what we are running into.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the success, when the urban resident is no longer relies on this opaque, right, this distant supply chains, right, but they feels emotionally and physically connected to their food source, right. This what means success for us.
Understand. Okay. Okay. I'm good with the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So now it's time to get the scores.
I went first last time, so I'll let Vinita go first this time.
Sure.
Go with the hey, please.
You'll go with three?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So same here, same here. And score from my side is also three, and not because of the I, not because of it's a great idea. You guys, your hearts are in right place, and I think you guys feel about this problem because some of you are going through it. Uh, it's just that you need to refine a little more. That's it. I mean, spend maybe 1 week on top of it, and I think you'll be almost there.
Sure. Yeah. Thank
Sure,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for your feedback, sir.
it's a good concept. Yeah, it's just that
Now,
you too many loose ends. That's all.
thank you. Now we have, it's time to vote our team two. Viewers, please scan the QR code and give your votes to our team 2, Syed and Nitesh. Okay, so we'll have a look at the score now. Thank you so much, team 2. Now
Thank you.
we have team 3, Sumukha M. You are there, Sumukha?
Hi. Yeah. Hi. Good
Okay.
evening.
Okay.
I'll just start presenting screen.
You're able to share.
Yes.
Okay, once you are ready, I'll start with the timer.
Sure. Hi, good evening all. Now that we've just spoken all about the farming sustainability, now let's come into the practicality of applying it to ourselves and how do we get benefited of all those green vegetables and detox ourselves. Yeah, so it's a simple plan of starting your own fitness center. Probably I would say it's not a regular fitness center. Probably it's kind of more of building a community where you are, right? So let's see how they can go. So talking about the market of this, so we can see there is a 15% of expected growth rate which compounded till 2030, and currently the market is somewhere close to around 15,000 crores. And in Bangalore, if we have to talk, then we are just a moment. Sorry. So in Bangalore, the market size is somewhere around 2,400 crores, and it is going to be touching very soon around 4,500 crores by 2030, right? So, and also the split ratios, if you see, there is equal ratios. And yeah, SWOT analysis for this would be one is to bring in the loyalty program. The second one is to take care of the weaknesses would be to take care of the member churn. Sorry. And opportunity wise, though, there are many opportunities where we can utilize fitness into the lifestyle or turn fitness into their lifestyles. And then what are the threats that we are having is the competitors, and there's a lack of knowledge. So, yeah. So the targeted customers or the segments or the personas would be the 40% of them would are youths who are around 25 to 30 years, and 30% of them are the adults who are around 35 to 50 years, and 20% are the young enthusiastic teens. So they are just open up to the world and they just want to come into the industries, right? And the 10% of them are the senior citizens who just want to who are very concerned about their uh, uh, just normal fitness. Yes. So talking about the persona, so we have Priya Sharma, who's 28. Her utmost pain point is the safety concern. So she is having that concern, like she is in the really a good community where people are genuine all around, or it's a safety that she always looked behind, when she wanted to be in her own space of workouts, right? So yeah. So what is the actual data insights of the competitors at this point of time? So there, this is something as research which I found out, where I personally went into many of the centers and I got to know that the problem statements are the lead conversion crisis that they're following, and also the gender imbalance, and also their PT renewals. PT is personal training, which is beyond the membership which comes in, where we'll talk right after next this. And next, there is limited diversification that the centers have kept. So in order to tackle all these things, how do we do is what the go-to-market strategy of my side, right? So how is the fitness club which we are going to start, that is named as Shields Fitness Club, and how is the other competitors? What is the difference between both of us are? One is the larger space and the premium fitness center, and also as I told you, the personalized training will be given and the community building events which happens. So that is the key points that we are taking in this journey of building the fitness club, right? So what are the visions of this? So one is a personalized fitness journey and supportive community and total wellness, and consistently messaging all the members and keeping them in the form of a community where they are not losing out their interest, and creating an emotional bond to convert the perspective in the loyal member, right? So what are the 5 P's of this? So product, price, and platforms. So you can see the product is we'll be selling the membership in the first place, and what are we offering in terms of that are we have yoga, HIIT, Zumba, and also the gymnasium that they can use. And the price point is according to the place, according to the equipments, according to the service, according to the community, we can price it, where I'll just show you the pricing part in the next part. And then the place. So as of now, the place is again, when I say this fitness center or any of such kind of service providing industry, it is space constrained, like it is a radius business. So I can target only those people who are living in, say, around 3 to 4 kilometers of that radius, right? So how do we promote it is by digital marketing and the community promotions. And who are my people? Those people who are residing in and around the radius of 3 kilometers. So this is actually the route to market. So how do we start with this is hyper local, we target, that is by Instagram ads with the 3 kilometers, 3 to 5 kilometers radius which we can keep, and community building activities that we do. How do we build the community is like, probably we utilize the nearby parks. We showcase them that these kind of activities are held in the gym, and we kind of bring in the knowledge of fitness, why it is required, what is the means of diets that they have to follow. And when we give that sort of value to the customers, then I think people will be convinced. And next is content marketing is again the same, that we utilize all the key points in the fitness center, that what we do, and make it a content, and then publicize to through an ads, right? And other most important thing is, once we acquire the customers, then how do we bring in the new customers through them? That is a referral program. So maximizing the reaches. So that is like through the digital marketing, as I said, and then community outreaches. And then, community outreaches in this way, as I told you, we target the local parks or any such kind of nearby gathering, where we go there personally, give the knowledge about the fitness, why they have to do, what is the necessity of this, all these things, and convincing them to come over to the place where they are very safe enough to work out and they are in the safe hands is one of the key points which we have to note here. Right?
You have 3 more minutes, Sumuk.
Okay. So the plan for it is, in the first 3 months we'll be pricing at the minimum, or say, not the minimum, say the break even point, and then we start giving the personalized training packages in the next 4 to 6 months, and then 7 to 9 months we'll be concentrating with the nutrition consulting and the supplements part, and the last would be the renewal period. Yeah, so pricing strategy, I kind of, when I researched that in the different competitors, I just found out that people spending capacity over 10,000 is kind of hesitant, and when it is coming under 10,000 rupees, then they are really happy to spend that much of amount. So when I see when you see this pricing category, right, I price it at 11,000 plus GST for 12 months, and this is like 6 plus 3 months. They are getting it for 9,000. Equivalently, when you see it, the average of this is same as 1,000 rupees a month, which they'll be paying. But when it comes to 9 months, their renewal rates are even more faster, and the customer is paying the same amount for what they have to pay for 12 months again. But only thing is you're just playing with the minds of the people, right? Yeah, so the media plan would be to achieve 10 lakhs as it is a radius business, or as it is a location specific business. We just concentrate on the minimum income that we want to get in, and we want to achieve 10 lakhs. So how do we achieve that? Is like acquiring at least 100 plus members in a month, and then through how do we achieve this? Instagram and Google's are the major two digital medias that we target. So we will be approximately spending around 25,000 rupees a month in the Instagram ads, and approximately 12,000 rupees for the Google SEOs. And the breakup would be given in the next. And the traditional way, how do we follow it? Is like we make use of the newspaper flyers, ads, and then we give the pamphlets, which happens in the local marketing sites, right? And yeah, so some of the keywords that we use, and what is the cost per customers that we that I generally ran this just to begin how what are the data that we get in when we run this kind of keywords is this that I found out. So approximately around 45 to 50 rupees is the cost per customers that if I'll be getting in through all this keywords that if I'm using. Yeah. So sales strategy would be the same as first getting the lead, giving them
Sumuk,
the free trials,
you're
just 30 seconds more.
yes,
Uh,
please.
so giving the free trials and personalizing their assessments, and then uh, just monitoring them throughout the process of the fitness journey, and giving them the insights of what they have to do in the next, right? So what would be the next plan is to collect the data, like how are we doing in the month-on basis, and then implement what is going wrong, where we are going wrong, how do we optimize the SEOs and get more of customers with the less of the spends over there. And in the 90 days, the achievement is the target would be to achieve 12 lakh rupees instead of the 10 lakh rupees, right? So what is the next growth plan is from 2025 that we start, and 2026 we expanded to other different forms of workouts, and 2027 we are intending to open another 3 different
Okay,
branches, right?
so your time's up.
Yes, sure.
Thank you so much, Sumuk. And now it's time to get the feedback from the juries. Uh, Vinita ma'am.
Sure. Can I begin with, pointing out how amazingly visual your PPT is? It was
Oh,
very easy to consume and very well put together. Yeah.
thank
Uh,
you, thank you.
and also, I'd like to add, I am an ICP. I am one who looks at fitness as one of the things I want to pick up, but then I have multiple issues because of which I am unable to. Now, you spoke about two issues for your ICP. One is security, and the other is basically accessibility, right? She's working
Yes,
multiple hours and she may not be able to make window to be able to go and hit a workout.
yeah, true.
Which of the two is the objective you're looking at primarily?
Sorry.
Which of
So
the
primarily, yeah. So the primarily focus would be to build a good community-based fitness center. That is one, and where they're engaged among themselves, not only in the terms of fitness or the wellness, in other terms of their professional lives too, right? And also the secondary part is where people are lacking behind the knowledge of fitness. So we want to educate them through what has to be done at what time, and what are the major concerns that they have to take at that in their fitness journey or the wellness journey.
So again, what I'm looking to arrive at is what is the primary problem you're looking to handle through the program?
See, the primary thing is to educate one, educate their fitness, knowledge, how they have to train themselves, even without any supports. And then the secondary thing is to build such a community where they feel safe enough and where they start coming in more number of times.
Okay. How will you fix for the accessibility then?
So the accessibility is first thing is to getting the most trained people who can train others, right? Say when I say that you bring in a good athlete who is well knowledge about the entire fitness journey, and then they train the people who are having certain issues, and probably they'll target those people who are having the myths that they are running. Okay, if I come to the fitness center and if I leave it, then probably I may bloat, or say it would not be good enough after I leave this gym, kind of thing. So for those people we need to give the proper education, like what happens if you're doing this, and what happens if you're not doing this. So that is the major concern in one way. If we try to educate them, I think people will definitely understand that, and they will cautiously take it in their fitness journey, is what I believe. And second thing is when we are trying to build a community such kind, and when I say this fitness centers and all are means of a radius kind of business, as I mentioned before also. So you see only those kind of communities who are coming in and going out. Probably there is a more of floating crowd who comes in and go out, but majoritarily the communities stick on. The same members are there throughout your until the fitness center is there, right? So that kind of community building is one important thing, is what I feel.
Okay, I have two things to ask you, and one connects with the other. Take a minute to kind of, think about it if you have to. There are
Okay.
multiple fitness institutions,
Centers. Yes.
right? I'm not
Yes.
talking about one, I'm talking about companies which operate out of multiple locations in Bangalore. And
Correct.
I have access to one, I have access to everything.
Correct. Correct.
How do you intend to kind of, compete against ones who
Complete again.
more strategically, right? And I'm
Okay.
specifically talking about office areas, office heavy areas, etc., which
Mhm.
is question number one, right? You
Okay.
were talking about how your ICP requires to know more about fitness and specifically what is fitness according to the individual, right?
Yes.
Don't you
Yes.
think don't you think Insta, etc., is full of fitness influencers who talk about all of it, who kind of specifically give out info
Yeah.
about, say, people with specific medical issues or specific age group, etc. How do you intend to compete against it?
Okay. So the very first thing, the competition wise, right? So I take this as, okay, directly coming to a point, there is one big competitor I think you might be knowing, that is Cult Fitness, which is happening right now, right? So when I see that as a business point of view, for me, it is just a marketing agency that they are running in, right? So why I call so is they are having more of a tech product that they have built, and they are publicizing that, and they are reaching out people and asking them to come to the fitness center. But once the people come into the fitness center, then that is not their responsibility. That is where they take off, right? So that marketing agency will not build you the community. So it is the actual person who is there in the center, who is there throughout the center, who is like anytime you go in, you see the same person, and he becomes the relationship will become very easy with the people, right? So that is where I'm trying to fit in the community, building events, right? The second thing is, as you mentioned, uh, Instagram is there, YouTubes are there. There are thousands of people making videos about what has to be done, what has not to be done. That is all very good and fancy to see over there. But when it comes to practicality, each individual has to come into the place, has to experience it, has to see what happens if this is there, what happens if I do it in a wrong way. So all this has to be done in the practical way itself. So seeing over the media will not give the fitness. So people they see, of course, anywhere we tend to hear very good things, but when we have to practice it, that becomes the problem. So that is where we are trying to push people to practice it and to be consistent with what their goal is.
But I just have one point of contention in it. From what I have looked at, mostly people aren't unwilling, they are unavailable. How will you fix the problem of unavailability?
So unavailability is like probably what I have personally planned is, one is utilizing the WhatsApp and Instagram, giving them the pop-ups, about giving them the reminders, giving them the motivations in everyday basis, where we integrate AI to just send them the good messages every day in the morning to get motivate themselves and come over to the place, right? And once they come in, we try to shoot their own videos, how they are performing day by day, and then we make them as a probably a fitness model for the center, and then we start promoting them, and that may feel happy for them, and they try to come in every day. So this is something like which I planned it, and we have to get it in practice.
Sure. I think we should say me. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now let's go to
Sure,
Vivek sir.
sure. I'll do that. Quick comment and couple of questions. I wish
Yeah.
this app kind of created more time in my calendar. That would be awesome. If you can do that, amazing. Uh, Question number one. Have you figured out the average revenue per user for yourself? And leading question to that is, what do you think is your typical cost of acquisition? Because eventually, in the end, you would want to make some profit. It's not a charity business,
Of course,
right?
of course, of course.
Uh, what does
Yes.
that model look like?
Yeah.
I saw a slide.
So
I would want you to go back to that if you can take it back.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So this is the acquisition model.
Yeah. So
How are
this
you
is.
handling the cost of acquisition there?
So when I say when I'm utilizing the whole chunk of this, right, the monthly volume that this are, I think this I have split it around 25,000 rupees. I've split it around, right? How do I channelize that into what category that I have to, what category of keywords it has to go for, right? So from this, as per the actual data, if I have to talk about the people of reach that we make, somewhere around is close to 70 to 80K in a month. Out
Mm-hmm.
of that 70 to 80K in a month, what is the return ratio that we are getting in is somewhere very close to, say, less than 1%, I would say, right? So maybe that is the inquiries are more. The inquiries are close to around 10%, but then we generally end up with less than 1% of sale in a month,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah. So maybe that is because of the pricings that they are following, and they're backing out, or say they have some plans of postponing it, or they're waiting for somebody to come in and join with them, or they are inquiring the competitors as well, right? So with all this, data, we are able to achieve somewhere close to around less than 1% is close to I would say around 70 members that we are acquiring. So wherein our target ratio, target members acquisition is somewhere close to 100. So we are missing out around 30% of it, right? So
Okay.
currently we are somewhere in the financial model of doing around 6 lakh rupees we can check. We can keep it an average. So if I say that is 70 and 6 lakh rupees, so the average would be 4,200 rupees per customer.
Cost of acquisition, right?
Yes.
Okay. That gives clarity. Okay. And just a silly question. Why invest in your own infrastructure when you can capitalize on existing investment that a lot of companies around Bangalore and everywhere else are making towards health facilities in their own offices? Why not exploit that?
We have tried that model as well by taking up the management things or something like that. But what we see it as, it's just for the namesake that every offices or every fancy corporates have that fitness center, but none of them are really having that time or say are in the position to come in and work out for that particular or give themselves the time for workout in that space. So most of the fitness centers which is already existing in the corporates are actually running with zero people coming in and going out. Say probably there is like not zero. I would say it would be around less than 10% of what actually the crowd is, right? So that is what we saw it, and we were like, okay, this is not going to happen in the corporate buildings. Instead, we have to come out of it because we have to create a space for them where they are free enough from their work and they come here, they spend some time peacefully, and then go back. Yeah.
All right. That's all I had. Thank you. That helps. That does help.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we'll go about the scores now.
Yes, sir.
So
You would like to go?
okay. So here is what my thought was. I'll give uh 3.5 for the content and the structure and the way it was handled, and half a mark for the clarity of the flow.
Okay, so it is totally 3.5, is it?
Yeah, no, 3.75.
3.75. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. And over to you, ma'am.
I would like to stick to 3. I still think it requires some more visibility into the problems of the ICP. And also, it isn't enough to build a product. It also requires to kind of go to the audience, which is meant to do, right? So I think it requires some more thinking through, if I may add, right?
Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. And now we'll have the votes for you from the audience. I'm going to share my screen. Hope you are visible. Could you please, everyone, you have 20 seconds. You can scan the QR code and give the votes to team 3. Okay, so we'll have a look at the scores now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And now, thank you for all the participants and the juries being here. Before we announce the winner, I just want to thank the juries. So we also have a certificate of appreciation being here on today's Skillathon. Please accept the certificates. First, we will go with Vinita ma'am. Please accept the certificate on the behalf of IPL and a few words of your experience today.
Sure. Thank you. I think it's amazing the way everyone's put together their, ideas and the effort which has gone into building each strategy, right? There is plenty. I mean, I don't believe it is easy for someone to kind of, come about an idea and think about how do we turn it into a model which will earn or make a business out of. And I think everyone has put together spectacular work into making it happen. And I especially want to point out how much sort of, it wasn't a very vanilla way of, putting forth the idea. Each one went through enough info to be able to make it more impactful. So excellent on everyone. And thank you for having me here.
Thank you for your kind words. And now we will have Vivek sir, a small certificate of appreciation on behalf of IPL again,
Thank you so much.
and a
Thank
few
you.
words from you, sir.
Sure, sure. Great work. Three ideas were discussed, and each one of them, they were excellent in at least one of the aspects. I cannot say that any idea fell short on in terms of um, the kind of clarity and one that I really liked was, at least people have their hearts in right place. They want to fix a real world problem, which I think they're facing on their own, right? So it's like people invent things where they actually have faced problems and they're trying to solve a problem that was close to their heart. And each one of them actually felt that way. Every problem that was being tried to be solved is close to people's heart. Uh, what I would really appreciate is take learnings back from this session. If you want, you can reach out to me anytime if for any guidance. Because some ideas, all they need is a little more effort and they can actually become a viable business model. Not a problem. And thank you for all of the participants for making it possible. It's not easy, as Vinita already said. It's not easy to come with, to feel something, to understand the problem and create an idea and try and solve that problem. And each one of you is doing a great job at it. So yeah, keep on learning. Thank you so much for making an effort. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words as well. And now we are at the very end part of the Skillathon. We appreciate, once again, we appreciate your time and patience on this platform and the insightful feedback that our learners have got or the presenters have got would definitely encourage the learners to look more deeper into their ideas, or they might get a more clarity on what they are doing. So now it's time to declare the Skillathon winners. So if any guesses from the audience, you can please leave a text in the chat box. You can drop a message. Okay. And before showing that, we have a gift voucher, a coupon of rupees 1,000 for the Skillathon winner of today. Okay. And the Skillathon winner is Team 1, that is Ramya, Prerana, and Pratyusha. Congratulations, Team 1.
Hey, thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Hope
Thanks,
you
Aditya.
also had a wonderful day here and a few
Congratulations.
words from you as well. How was your day in the Skillathon? And how was your experience?
It was great actually. We initially when we got a call from Soumya that we are nominated for Skillathon, we were actually shocked and like we started preparing more intensely because this was our capstone project and we actually worked in more detail to present it to an external jury. I would like to thank our mentor, Professor Ray, who guided us on like how you need to present and what clarity you need to actually present your idea to an external jury. Thanks to all our mentors. Uh, yeah, great that we
Can I
won
add a few
Skillathon. Never
words?
expected it, but yeah,
Yes.
very happy.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry to
truly
interrupt.
appreciate your time and feedback today. There was a lot of learning for us after the presentation, and it was a good experience altogether. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah. I'd like to add my experience. This was my first Skillathon, and coming from an Oracle background, I think we have Vivek here too. So I really enjoyed this because this was not a part of my work otherwise at office. So this was something that was really exciting to me, and I really enjoyed it. And I'd like to thank both the jury, Vivek and Vinita. I think it was very confidence building for us because we didn't know we were good and so good, and we thought we need to work more or we might be lagging somewhere. So this was really a confidence booster for us. Thank you so much.
So, uh, thank you all. And once again, yes, anybody wants to say anything? Okay. So, thank you. And once again, congratulations to the winners. Hope you had a wonderful day. And thank you also for the audience being so nice to us. Uh, until then, uh, please be safe and good night.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
all.
you very much.